Well, it may feel like a medical mystery to you. Your headache comes on suddenly and won't go away. Your arms and hands tingle. You're dizzy and exhausted. You know something is wrong, but your doctor says it's all in your head. And in a sense, he's right. Chiari is something you've probably never heard of, but it may affect as many as 1 in 1,000 people. In tonight's health news, Cindy McGrath tells us many people in their prime have Chiari and are never diagnosed.
It is a completely overwhelming experience.
Rick Labuda was 30. He was starting a family and moving up in his career. But at that same time, Rick began getting debilitating aches and pains. They crop up all of a sudden.
I was just getting these headaches that would last 4 or 5 hours, and they wouldn't go away. And I'd get a headache going up the steps.
An MRI uncovered a condition at the base of his skull that Rick had never heard of, a Chiari malformation.
Chiari is, you have part of the brain that's pushed outside the skull down in the canal. And usually the reason for that to happen is the skull is too small. It's somewhat smaller than it's supposed to be.
In Rick's case, pressure was building up in his spinal canal. The spinal cord was becoming hollow.
Didn't really give me a choice after the exam. He said, you can either have surgery or you can end up paralyzed.
In very serious cases, surgery is the only option. Doctors remove the back of a patient's skull and replace it with a special patch. That gives the brain the room it needs. In most cases, the headaches, dizziness, and numbness go away. Dr. Gassam Bajani specializes in Chiari. He says symptoms are so vague that Chiari is often misdiagnosed or never caught at all.
1 out of 2 patients are told by their doctor that they're crazy, basically.
The Labudas have been there. At first, even family and friends couldn't believe that something was really wrong with Rick.
He looks great. He looks fabulous. And so you don't really know whether or not he has a headache or whether or not he is in pain. And so you don't know what the limitations are now.
To try to look into it, the medical jargon is overwhelming.
As Rick recovered from surgery, he began looking for ways to help others with Chiari. He started a website to get Chiari information to the people who need it most.
It helps people cope and paves the way for them to cope with the illness.
In Wexford, Cindy McGrath, Fox 53, 10 o'clock news.